Hello, I'm Jack from TheJackSmit.com and Tenet. What the hell happened? Now, I'm not editing this, I'm literally recording this outside View Press and I've just come out of the film. We're not going to spoil too much, we're going to do that on Friday during Talking Smit About Film. But in terms of my raw reaction, this is Christopher Nolan being peak Christopher Nolan. It's exactly what you would expect and more. I'll take you on a bit of a behind the scenes tour. This is the ramp, as I call it, the ramp in. Frankie and Benny seem to be down here. But Tenet is exactly what you would expect from a Christopher Nolan movie. Lots of high intensity action. Some thought-provoking, yet confusing aspects of the plot, which could baffle some audiences. It's paced relatively well. It does drag a little bit at a 2.5 hour runtime, but importantly, it is just pure sensory overload. I have not heard a film played as loud as this since that place got refurbished 3 years ago. It nearly broke screen 6. That's how loud they're playing it in here. Performance-wise, John David Washington absolutely kills it, as expected. You you knew what you was letting yourself in for with this kind of film. You've got an incredible supporting cast too: Clarence Posey, Kenneth Branagh, Robert Pattinson, who is an underrated aspect of this film. He really delivered the goods this time around. Can't wait to see him as Batman. Other aspects, Ludwig Göransson's score, not quite the Zimmer-esque thing that we were expecting, but damn, it works. It works so, especially with the Travis Scott credit song, which again nearly broke screen 6. And on top of that, you just have, if you've watched Nolan's work in the past, and if you've listened to the last couple of Talking Smit About Film, the one that went up last night, particularly, you will know that Nolan doesn't do things by half. He likes to get the best collaborators like Hoyt van Hoytema on cinematography, who again kills it. Watch this film in IMAX if you can, because it's one of those sort of experiences. But Tenet, we're not going to rate this film, because again, we're going to do that on Friday. We're going to do it properly on Friday. But my raw reaction coming out of Tenet is one of pure joy, because this is the film that you can really return to cinema with. If you've missed that big screen experience, if you've missed that idea of sensory overload, if you've missed that shared communal experience, even though you're masked up for 3 hours with adverts and trailers thrown in, even though you're masked up for that amount of time, it is really good to see a filmmaker make a movie that he was born to make, a film that he was kind of designed to make, and make it sell out places like this. Even though there were only 18 people in my showing today, it is doing really, really, really good business here at View Preston. That's all I'm really allowed to say about the numbers. But if you're scared about going back to cinema, I don't blame you. It is still a risky game right now. But if you have returned to your local palace of big screen entertainment, this is a great film to return with. But yeah, that is my initial reaction to Tenet. It's not the usual 10 minutes, so YouTube won't monetize us or anything like that. But while I'm here, we'll talk about this a little bit more on Talking Smit on Friday. As you can tell, looks a little different in there at the minute. Got a proper in and a proper out. There's a real queue line at the minute. I can see Ashley. They're polishing the rails like every half an hour. They're going all out in here. We'll tell you a little bit more about what View Preston have done to adjust for the big screen experience in COVID at a later point in time on Friday. But until then, I've been Jack from TheJackSmit.com, and that was what the hell happened.